Some events remain unexplained, no matter how hard science tries to uncover their secrets. Sometimes the laws of physics seem to break, logic fails, and all that remains is an unbelievable mystery. While some people attribute such occurrences to supernatural forces, others believe they are the dark secrets of an unknown science. But one thing is certain: these events leave deep, unsettling questions in the human mind. Now I'm taking you to one of the most terrifying and unexplained cases in history. One morning in a seemingly ordinary apartment, a woman sitting in a chair suddenly burst into flames. All that remained were ashes, yet the surrounding furniture was almost untouched. Even more disturbing, her skull had shrunk to an unusually small size. Scientists and investigators were left completely baffled. Was Mary Reeser's fiery death the result of an unknown chemical reaction, a phenomenon from the dark side of science? Or was it a case of the Wick effect? Perhaps the truth was something far more terrifying. Let's lift the veil on this mystery together. By the way, if you enjoy this kind of content, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like the video. Your support means a lot to me. Welcome to my channel, Discovery of the Mystery, where we will uncover the secrets. On July 2nd, 1951, Pansy Carpenter went to her apartment building to deliver a telegram addressed to one of her tenants. Upon arriving, she headed to the unit of her 67-year-old tenant, Mary Reeser, and knocked on the door. But when she received no response from inside, she grew concerned that something might have happened to her. She decided to try opening the door, but the moment she touched the doorknob, she realized it was incredibly hot. Sensing that something was terribly wrong, Pansy immediately returned to her apartment and called the police. When officers arrived and entered the apartment, they found themselves face to face with one of the most inexplicable cases in history. Mary Reeser had been completely incinerated along with her chair, leaving behind only a few remains. But even those remains were highly unusual. For instance, the black slipper on one of Mary's legs remained completely intact, despite the extreme intensity of the fire, and the leg itself showed no burn marks at all. Even more bizarre, Mary's skull had shrunk to an abnormally small size, something completely unheard of in fire-related fatalities. Given these disturbing findings, police immediately called in a cremation expert and the fire department. The cremation specialist stated that for Mary's body to be reduced to this state, it would have needed to burn at temperatures of 900 to 1200 degrees Celsius, 1650 to 2200 degrees Fahrenheit, for several hours. Meanwhile, firefighters discovered something even more unsettling. Despite Mary and her chair being reduced to ashes, a stack of newspapers nearby remained completely untouched. None of the furniture, carpets, or walls in the apartment showed any signs of damage. The only visible traces of fire were a few melted plastic objects and some soot marks on the ceiling, likely caused by the heat and smoke. Simply put, Mary Reeser had been reduced to ashes in the middle of her living room, yet everything around her was virtually unaffected. Another odd detail noted by firefighters was that the apartment was unbearably hot when they entered. However, despite a thorough investigation, they found nothing still burning, nor anything that could have kept the room at such a high temperature. Moreover, after checking all the electrical wiring, appliances, and the stove, authorities found no clear explanation for how the fire started or what had caused it. Following the incident, some researchers suggested that Mary Reeser's death could be a case of spontaneous human combustion, SHC. SHC refers to the sudden ignition of the human body without any external fire source. Supporters of this theory argue that the intense heat required to incinerate Mary, the fact that nearby objects remained untouched, the rapid reduction of her body to ash, and the unnaturally shrunken skull cannot be explained by a typical fire. However, this theory has never been scientifically proven, and many experts insist that it is physiologically and chemically impossible. After investigating the case for nearly 5 days, authorities found no concrete answers. On July 7, 1951, Police Chief J.R. Reichert sent a box of collected evidence to FBI Director Edgar Hoover. The box contained a small fragment believed to be a tooth, pieces of glass retrieved from the ashes, a section of the carpet, and the untouched black slipper. A few weeks later, the FBI concluded that the case could be explained by the Wick effect. This theory, originally defined by the FBI, suggests that under specific conditions, a human body can burn like a candle. For the Wick effect to occur, body fat must be absorbed into clothing, allowing even the smallest spark to ignite a sustained flame. Investigations into Mary's personal habits revealed that she was a heavy smoker, often overheated from Florida's humid climate, and regularly took sleeping pills. One theory suggests that due to excessive sweating, oils from her skin soaked into her nightgown. If she fell asleep while smoking, her cigarette may have dropped onto her clothing, igniting her body in a slow but intense fire. This unfortunate combination of factors became known as the Wick effect. But even this explanation leaves many unanswered questions. For instance, how did Mary's body reach the extreme temperatures of 1,200 degrees Celsius, 2,200 degrees Fahrenheit, necessary for full incineration? And if such heat lasted for hours, why were surrounding objects left untouched? How do we explain the unusually shrunken skull? To this day, no satisfying answer exists for the mysterious death of Mary Reeser. Some believe she was murdered, while others suggest she may have been struck by lightning. So what do you think? You can share your thoughts on this topic in the comments. Thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed my content, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and stay tuned. You can support my channel by liking and commenting on my content. Until we meet again,